Thanks for practicing with me today. Today we are going to work on hip openers. I kind of hinted to that last week. That will be our physical focus, and our theme, our yoga theme for the practice will be Satya, which is the second yama, which yamas are one of the 8 limbs of yoga. They're actually the first. But Satya is truthfulness, okay? And it's not just telling the truth, it's seeing things how they are instead of how we would like them to be, which is not easy. So we'll talk about that and we will flow and we will feel better. Okay, come on, let's go. All right. We are going to start seated. But before I do that, we're going to do a mudra throughout this practice. And I just wanted to kind of show you what it was. So it's called the Kali Mudra. And its focus is truthfulness, empowerment. How you do it is you interlace your hands like that, okay? And then your left thumb is over your right. And then you take your 2 pointer fingers and you press them together, okay? So we're gonna be doing that throughout the practice. I just wanted to give you a up close and personal view before we start. So, all right, okay, so let's get started. Let's meet up on our mats in an easy seated pose, Sukhasana. Take a moment here just to let things settle. You can place your hands on the floor next to you just to remind ourselves of our grounding. Feel what it is beneath you that supports you, okay? Just let your breath be natural. You can close your eyes if you want. If you want here, go ahead and take a deep breath in and kind of roll forward on your hands and then roll back a little. Super small movement, just moving into those hips a little bit. Inhale forward, keeping our back strong, long and strong, and the back of our neck long, and then exhale back. So there's a lot with this theme, Satya, truthfulness. Like I said in the intro, it's not, of course, part of it is telling the truth, but the larger part of it is recognizing and seeing things for what they are instead of what we want them to be. Which is, like I said, not easy. But coming to our mat and practicing yoga is a tool to help slow things down, maybe giving us more time to recognize what is. Reminding us to listen to ourselves, listen to our bodies, listen to our hearts. Acknowledging what is actual, right? Okay, so go ahead and we're going to take our feet out in front of us and just plant them on the floor. And then take your hands, support yourself so hands can point behind whatever's behind you. Deep breath in. We're just going to drop our knees side to side here. It's really nice. Just getting some range of motion going. So yeah, Satya, second yama. There's a lot. I think you could do a month's worth of practices just on truthfulness. But I was reading Eckhart Yoga, and she's posted that there's nowhere to hide when you're on your mat. It's you, your thoughts, your practice, your mat. It's right there in front of you. Nowhere to hide. So maybe in that we could find, if we're seeking some truths out there. All right. When you're ready, kind of come up. Still support yourself. Your left foot is planted. Take your right foot and then cross your right ankle where it's above your left knee. Adjust adjust here, whatever's comfortable. We're going to do just a seated pigeon. A little bit of a gentler pigeon than if we're on our bellies. You can rock back and forth here like I'm doing. So just take your legs like we just did. Now we're doing it with them crossed. So yeah, if you're looking for a intent for this practice, I could suggest, we speak with compassion, with truthfulness, with clarity to others and to ourselves. All right, drop that right foot down, take the left foot, do the same thing, cross it over. Just rock side to side here a little bit. This isn't a huge motion here. All right. When you're ready, meet me in child's pose, wide-legged or regular, your call. I'm going to take it wide. So toes touch, knees to the edge of the mat, and just sit back. Walk my hands forward. If you want, you can flip your wrists just for a little something different here. And rest your forehead on the mat. Send your bum to your heels. Press into that. All right, when you're ready, let's come to down dog, Adho Mukha. Okay. Walk your dog here. Any bend in your knees is okay. Heels towards the mat, they do not have to touch. Hips to that crease where the ceiling meets the wall. We're pushing the mat away with our hands, okay? Okay, we're gonna take our right foot. We're gonna extend it back. We're gonna bend our knee, and then we're just gonna cross it over just like we did when we were in our seated pigeon. Cross your right ankle above your left knee, and then press into that. So heel goes towards the mat, left heel. Make some space between your ears and your shoulders. Let's unwind that. This time, left foot goes back, same thing. Bend your left knee, cross it above. Press that out. Yeah, sometimes I was thinking about the Satya, truthfulness, and sometimes it's hard, right?
we're conditioned to react. Sometimes, though, when we actually see the truth, it's maybe not what we want, but maybe at the same time, it's a little freeing. At least for me sometimes. You can't change it, right? It's there, it's in front of you. All right, undo that. Press that out. And then let's come to tabletop. Okay. Phew. I'm gonna adjust, sorry. Okay, so in tabletop, we're gonna come to low lunge. So just take your right leg, plant it between your hands, and then we're just gonna roll back and forth here. Roll back and forth in our low lunge. Inhale back, exhale forward. All right. When you're ready, you can adjust however you need to get into your low lunge. Let's express it. So bring our arms up, drop our shoulders down. And then we're going to come into that Kali Mudra that I showed you at the beginning. So take your hands, just interlace them where your left thumb is over your right, and then bring your pointer fingers so they're touching each other. Okay, and then raise your arms up and then bring your arms out in front of you. Belly goes in, that hip crease on your right, pull that back, okay? Pressing into the mat, pressing the shoelace part of our back foot down. So for me, it's my left. Pointing towards the truth, seeking the truth here. If you want, you can rotate your elbows. So now the inside part of your elbows facing up, okay? Just get a little more engagement here. Drop those shoulders down. Bring your arms up. Let's cactus our arms, so bring them out. We're gonna plant our hands down and let's heel toe our foot. So now it's on the edge of our mat. Bring our hands inside. So we're in a dragon pose here. Take your left hand, put it in the center of the mat. Right hand extends forward and then reaches up. And look up. Press the mat away with your left hand, okay? This is an active engaged pose. Really getting into that hip on the right. Okay, plant your hand down and we're gonna roll back here. It's kind of a wider half monkey. Fingertips on each side of the knee. Back is flat. Feel that? I hope you're feeling that. Okay, roll forward. Hands go inside. Let's lift up that back leg. So tuck your toe, lift up your knee, take your right leg back to meet left. So now you're in a plank. Come back to table. Let's do the same thing other side. So left foot goes forward and we're just gonna rotate like forward and back here just to warm things up before we really express it. Okay, when you're ready, express your low lunge on the other side. Again, remember belly goes in, hip crease on the left side goes back, arms up, shoulders down. Just bring your hands to your heart center, interlace your fingers, pointer fingers together, and let's take that Kali Mudra on this side. Rotate the inside part of your elbows up. All right, cactus arm it, take it wide. Plant your hands down, hands go inside, walk your left foot to the edge of your mat, okay? Right hand to center, left hand forward, left arm extends up. Can always come back to our intentions when we're in these pauses or these holds. Focusing on what is, right? All right, plant your hand down and let's roll it back. Fingertips to each side, back is flat. And by the way, my oranges are super sour. We've been eating a couple of them when they get ripe. I'm saying that because I'm looking at it right here. I'm not just randomly saying that. Anyway. All right. Okay. Roll forward. Take your hands back inside and then take your left foot back to where it was for low lunge. Tuck those right toes, lift the right knee, left foot goes back to plank. You can take your, and sit here if you want to push your toes forward, but, or you can come to your knees and lower down, your call. Lower all the way down to your belly. Belly goes in, roll back to child's. Notice if this child feels a little different than when we started. Lift the outer part of your armpits up. Okay, let's take it to down dog. Walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Micro bend in our knees, flat back, fingertips above the knees. Pushing those hips, send them back. Heart, chest is forward here. Elbows are tucked in by your hip bones. Bend your knees, rise up. Let's take that Kali Mudra again. Focusing on our truth, focusing on what is. As you're doing that, roll the outer part of your upper thighs out so it engages your inner thighs. Let's get strong in our left leg, get a little bend going there. Pick up your right. Again, we're going to cross it over just like we did in seated pigeon and down dog. Cross your right ankle above your left knee, and then just kind of, doesn't have to be a huge sit, just a little bit here. Again, let's take that Kali Mudra. Rise up. Let's switch sides. Strong in our right, cross over our left, sink it down. Kali Mudra. Rise up. Hands to heart center. Take your right leg, step it back. I'm going to be in high lunge now. So set up for your high lunge, get strong. Lift up the back part of your right thigh. Like there's a string, lift that up. Hands to heart center. Kali Mudra. Pull the belly in to support the low back. Crease, hip crease of left leg goes back, just like in low lunge, okay. Rise up, cactus arms. Step your right foot forward. Take your left foot back. Same thing. Set it up. You don't have to do Kali Mudra if you want. If you want to do prayer pose, cactus arms, or just the normal expression, that is obviously your call. You do you. Find your truth on the mat. Remember, there's nowhere to hide. Nothing between you and the mat. By finding the space, stilling the reedies, the fluctuations of the mind, maybe it will help us see the truth. Raise your arms up, cactus arms. Left leg meets right. Bring your arms up over your head. Press your palms together, hands to heart center. Let's step into warrior 2 feet. Check your feet. Make sure the heel of your front foot intersects the arch of your back. We're going to rise up. Exhale, bend your knee as you come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Press it out. Express your warrior 2. Let's reach our left hand forward. Let's get a bend in that arm. Let it rest on top of our left thigh. Right arm goes up and over if you want, or behind you, your call. Press into the pinky toe side of your back foot just to engage the outer part of your leg. Let's reverse our warrior. And then let's take our triangle. So straighten that front leg, keep a micro bend, reach forward with your left, let your arm fall where it may. Hips can tip. Right arm goes to shoulder and then extends up. Come out of that. We're just gonna pivot on our feet. So pivot on your heel and the ball of your foot. We're going to take warrior to the other side. Extend. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down here. Extend your hands, reach. Start to bend your right arm, let it rest. Left arm goes to sky or by your ear. And then let's reverse our warrior. Straighten that front leg, reach that right hand forward, let your hips tip, let it fall. Left hand to shoulder, left hand extends up. Triangle, other side. Pull your belly in. Head rests on an imaginary wall behind you. I don't have a wall. Here's like a side note. Sometimes if you take triangle against the wall, it does feel really nice. So I'm going to do that one day. All right, let's come out of that. All right, we're going to windmill and rotate all the way around and then come all the way down. Let's take our plank, flow through here, however it's calling to you. Lower down, child's pose. Down dog. Let's meet an Adho Mukha. Okay. All right. Enjoy that. Extend our right foot back. Let's bend that knee and cross it over one more time here. Plant it down. Same thing, other side. Extend it back, bend, cross. Plant it down. Come to tabletop. So wrists are under, shoulders, knees under hip. Drag your right knee behind your right wrist. Swing that foot in so it's at a 45. Tuck your left toes, walk your knee down. Now we're gonna do pigeon. If you don't like pigeon like this, you can do it how we did at the beginning, seated, or you can do it on your back in the figure 4, okay? So find your truth in pigeon. Remember the mat doesn't let us lie. Find what feels good to you, okay? Pull your belly in. Now you can stay up like this, or we can sink down. You can make a little arm pillow if you want. Check your foot, make sure it's straight behind you, and the shoelace part of your foot is pressing into the mat, okay? All right. Take your hands back up, bring yourself back up, and then just kind of sit on your right hip, okay? From there, take your left leg, swing it all the way around. So now it's on the other side of your right knee, okay? You might be a little off your mat. It's okay, don't worry about it, okay? Okay, so we're gonna take our right hand, extend it out in front of us, reach around our left leg, hug it in, okay? Get tall, again. Take our left hand, sweep it behind us. Keeping our chin parallel to the floor, look over our left shoulder. Little half Lord of the Fishes here. All right, let's unwind. Come back to tabletop. And do the same thing the other side, okay? So left knee goes behind left wrist. Swing your foot so it's 45. Walk your right leg back just to get into those hips, okay? And then we're gonna take our pigeon. Check that right foot. Make sure the shoelace part is pressing the mat, and then make sure your right leg is straight back behind you, okay? And then lower down. Pulling the belly in. Don't want all of that stress to go to the low back. So make sure you're still pulling your belly in here, okay? If you have a towel, you can kind of roll it up and put it on your left hip if you're needing that support, okay? That's an option too. Towel or blanket or pillow, anything. Okay, when you're ready, get your arms situated, push your body up, roll onto that left leg, that left hip, okay? So it stays the same. Take your right leg, pick it up, swing it around, plant your right foot on the other side of your left knee. Same thing here, left hand extends forward. We're gonna wrap it around our right leg. Right arm goes back behind us. Chin's parallel, we're gonna look over our right shoulder. Okay. You guys ready? Let's undo that. Let's go ahead and meet up. Let's go ahead and meet up on our backs. Okay. Taking it down. Okay. All right. So we're actually going to do, some of you might have done this already. We're going to do figure 4. Okay. So right foot extends up. Bend your right knee, cross it above your left knee. Pick up your left leg, that space you made, reach through that, grab the back of your left thigh, pull it in. Flex your toes, toes point to shin. Lower your shoulders down a little bit from your ears. Okay, let's extend both our feet up, switch sides. So cross your left leg, your left ankle above your right knee. Through that space you made, grab the back of your right thigh, flex your toes, pull that in. All right, let's take our feet straight up. Plant our feet down. We're gonna heel toe our feet to the edge of the mat and then just let our knees fall side to side. You can extend your arms out. And wherever your knees are, look the opposite way, okay? Kind of what we did seated when we started. All right. When you're ready, walk your feet back to hip width apart. Pick up your knees. Give yourself a hug. Hug it in. Roll it out here. And get ready to set up for Savasana. Oh. Done our work, okay? Let everything just settle. Rest your head on the mat. Pick up your shoulders and then tuck them in here. Hold them down. Let your palms rest next to your hands. Palms facing up. Feet are kind of flopped out, okay? When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale it out through your mouth. If you want to stay in Savasana, please do so. Make a fist with your hands, squeeze, and then release it. Point your toes, and then hug it in. Get knees into your chest. And roll to the side and slowly meet me in Sukhasana. So here's to our intention for our practice, finding truth, but really just seeing things for what they are, and recognizing that and going from there. Let's reach our arms up over our head and bring them to our forehead. All those thoughts, all those fluctuations, right? The things, the responses, the reactions, all that. Just bring it to your heart center. Give it to your heart. Thank you again for practicing for yourself, for your future self, finding movement in your day, seeking the truth. I wish you to be happy. I hope you're okay. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering. May you continue to be awesome, and may you progress. Namaste. All right, guys. Thanks. See you later.